Carly with VR Scout, and we are here with Christina. She is the CEO of VR Playhouse. Is that right?
That's right.
Tell me a little bit about the projects that you guys are working on right now.
Sure. Well, VR Playhouse does live-action cinematic content for virtual reality. We are working on 2 different original series right now. The first is called First Person, and it's like a Being John Malkovich style experience where you're inside this guy's head as he's experiencing the interesting and emotional moments of his life. I think we're going to be partnering with Weaver/Wemo on that, and it should be out this summer. And then the other is a travel series we're working on called Vicarious, where you just, get to go to the cool places around the world off the beaten track virtually. And then we also work with brands to develop kind of commercial content. We just partnered with Red Bull on a really cool downtown experience that we're showing them.
That's what he was telling me about. Can you tell me a little bit about what, because you guys are going to be previewing that fairly soon, right?
Yes, I do think that will be ready soon. It was for an event called The Circuitry of Life. That was a Vita Modis event with Heather Shaw, who designed a 4-story interactive projection mapping cube. And inside they had musicians playing, and as you went to the walls, you could interact with them. And so they documented it in many different formats. 360 is one of them. And so we're turning that into a virtual reality experience that allows you to be at the event, go inside the cube, see what it's all about.
Really cool. And how do you see storytelling, or how are you approaching VR? It's a whole new medium, right, for storytelling. So what are the different ways that you guys are trying to connect with viewers? Because it's a totally different artistic approach, right?
That's right. I mean, we talk a lot about, there's the technology innovations, and then there's the pen and paper innovations. And we spend a lot of time talking about how to effectively tell a story inside a VR headset. And a lot of our crew comes from a theater background, and so they sort of understand, I would say, the 360 immersive element intrinsically. So I think that when you're coming to storytelling from VR, it's very good to think about your real life experience. Since this is the closest thing we have to real life, what are the elements when you're inside real life that engage you, and how can you bring them into VR? So that's one thing that we talk a lot about doing. We're playing with the idea of flashbacks, and so drifting between real life and imagined life and dream life. And then, how long can people stay inside a scene before you can cut? What are interesting ways you can cut? And then eventually ways to involve CG and animation elements into live storytelling, so it can take the reality but make it a little more dreamlike.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, perfect. Thanks so much.